Hello, everyone, and welcome back to New York Empoleon's Week 3 battle of the PAC. We are here this week taking on the owner, commissioner, founder of the league, the benefactor, who is the one paying out the end $200 to the champion, Sven Thun, who also happens to be the guy who eliminated / beat me in playoffs, finals of the PBAL. So very talented coach, very, very capable of coming in, setting up a strategy, and winning. So we are going to have our work cut out for us today. If you haven't seen his channel before, don't know how you missed it if you're a fan of my channel at all, but go check it out. Links in the description below, as are all of the other coaches this season in the PAC, who are all incredibly talented and incredibly capable battlers. As you all know, we are not running team builders, so if you want to know any of my sets, you're going to have to watch the Twitch streams where I do talk about them a little bit to remind myself mostly what I'm doing, but they don't get uploaded to YouTube, so definitely check those out. Sets are there, though, for you as we go along, so if you do want to see the EVs and stuff, you'll see those and the moves, but if you want to know my actual thought process, that isn't as in-depth here in this league. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's see what he's got, and all right, there's everything I was afraid of, basically. That said, there's no Driftblim, and there's no Emolga, which means that the Rotom, I don't know why the Driftblim would stop me. The Drillbur is what I meant to say. I was actually removing Driftblim from my layout here. Rotom is super free to go for the Volt Switch, which is good. Based on the team that they brought, I think Urshi, Rillaboom, and Garbodor are the possible leads here. Rotom beats one of them. Mandibuzz beats all three of them. So I think leading Mandibuzz is my option here. And again, our strategy is lead Mandibuzz, slow U-turn. Depending on what you go into, maybe Rotom if it's like the Vaporeon. Maybe just go straight Kyurem or Tauros, get big damage off, and then switch out again into the Mandibuzz and do this song and dance until we have a team that is broken enough for Blaziken to come in. I don't need any kills, theoretically, for Blaziken to come in. What I'm looking for is Vaporeon under 50%. That's big. That's sort of the important one. Rillaboom down to about 70%. Entei down to about 70%. Garbodor down to about 70% or less, because I have to Flare Blitz that, which means taking both Flare Blitz recoil and Aftermath. So I want that down as low as possible. But I can kill it from higher ranges, and if I'm healthy enough, it doesn't really matter. But like we don't need kills, we just need damage. And the fewer things that require me to Flare Blitz, the Hatterene and the Garbodor mostly, the better. Speaking of Garbodor, I could just knock off here. It's probably going to try to set spikes or something. Either just spikes or toxic here. So I think I'm just going to knock off on this and go from there. Not a ton of wasted time on this move. If it goes for spikes or T-spikes, that's fine. Rotom is the thing that comes in and defogs, and I do have access to Levitate, so I don't have to worry too much about that. We're just going to get big damage off. Black Sludge is gone, and there's the Gunk Shot. Crit. Poison. Oh, no, poison. Huh! But crits. First turn crit. Nice. That's what you want to see, right? We're just going to U-turn now. No reason not to. And we're just going to see, you do choose to stay in. I think I go Rotom at this point. Since I really don't want Tauros or Kyurem taking the Gunk Shot here, and Rotom certainly can take it and not stress about it too much. And every bit of damage is great on the Garbodor. It could have Pain Split, but I don't think it's going to go for it yet. There's T-Spikes. So I do not want to see T-Spikes on my side of the field. I really, really don't want to see T-Spikes on my side of the field. I could just defog here. I could just go straight for a Hydro Pump here. But I think I just defog. You might switch out. Since it looks like you are, well, it looks like you're more specially defensive, if anything. But nope. 0% of me wants to see T-Spikes on my side of the field. There's the Rillaboom. Grassy Surge, but we do have the Mandibuzz. You could knock off. You could like Drain Punch, but I have the Whirlwind if you do go for like a bulk up or something or a sub. So we're just gonna defog here. I really don't want to see the T-Spikes. And I'm really expecting you're not gonna go for a grass type attack here. Like the odds of you going for a grass type attack is basically 0. And actually you don't have grassy terrain anymore. So yeah, there's a 0. You're U-turning 100 times out of 100. You're never clicking a grass type attack. And yet I don't think I can stay in. You're too good of a player to click a grass type attack right now. And honestly, that's a weird thing to say, but I'm just going to Volt Switch. There's just no way. There's no way. Yeah, he goes for the knockoff. I mean, it was just... It's too good of a player to go for a grass type attack right there. And we know you're Life Orb, and we know you don't have grassy terrain. And your only switch in to Kyurem is Entei. So we're just going to go straight to Kyurem here. And again, this is what I was trying to do. Get those safe switches. I'd actually rather keep the Rocky Helmet than the leftovers. So I'm glad about the knockoff there. We know you're not Scarfed. So we will outspeed you. Put on the pressure here. And the question is, what move do I go for? Do you go Entei immediately? Even if you go Entei, I think this is my best play because it's if you aren't defensive, I want to know, and I'm going to see that this is going to do like 40%. And that's huge damage, first off. Entei also doesn't Oko me with anything. And I could potentially just stay in and kill it following that. Unless it's Adamant Band and has Stone Edge. At which point it can kill me. Bork Bork. Is that the Entei? There's the Entei. That's fine. We talked about this. And your pressure, not inner focus. I'm going to write that down. You look a little defensive. A little defensive. But you know I'm Specs now. So I have both Rotom and Mandy here that can come in. Rotom doesn't love switching in here, but I could have just Earth Powered on that switch. That would have been a crazy play since it's safe. I mean, it doesn't hit the Rillaboom hard, but it still would have done a lot of damage. But I'm glad I have the information, and now the Entei's in range of it. There's the Stone Edge. That looks maybe banded. Let me do the calc on Rotom here. That looks like, yeah, that looks like a Jolly Band here. So, do we think he's going to land it? Do we think he's going to land it? Probably. He's landed the Gunk Shot and the Stone Edge, right? So he's just a good enough player to land it all the time. He's going to go out into the Garbodor here. And we're just going to Volt Switch. And that's going to allow us to try to kill this Garbodor. Which is great. So how much is Tauros doing to Garbodor? Body Slam is doing 64 to 77%. Looks like it's killing. So I'm going to go Tauros here. And we Body Slam, and something is dying or taking huge damage. It's not a guaranteed kill on everything on his roster. But Vaporeon can come in and take 2, for sure. Vaporeon can absolutely come in and take 2. But I would love to do 45% to a Vaporeon. I would love it. And if you're just going to hand me Garbodor, that's fine. I'll take the Aftermath. It sucks. We're here now. So Tauros kills Garbodor with Body Slam. No T-Spikes is ridiculously huge. Y'all don't understand how happy I am to not have T-Spikes. Also, Blaziken doesn't have to take that Aftermath damage, which is also nice. Because Tauros, like I said, isn't a sweeper. It's not going to win me the game. It's just going to break as many mons as it can before it goes down, but it's going to more often than not go down. The only chance Tauros doesn't go down is if Blaziken sweeps before it dies, because the only way that it's not going to be used as death fodder at some point is that Blaziken got in first. All right, so we're going to go out into the Mandy here on the Urshifu. I don't love that switch here, but I don't want to go Comfey yet. There's still too many things that are just flying around that are pains for the Comfey. Like the Entei being banded means that I can't trick immediately because I could end up with a Choice Band and give Entei a Choice Scarf, which I'm not actually sure which is worse in this case. They both seem like they're kind of bad. We're going to go Mandy here. And there's just going to be a U-turn. Going to take a little bit of Rocky Helmet Chip or show me Protective Pads, either one. Nope, I'm going to take the Rocky Helmet Chip, so that's fine. That damage doesn't look banded, but I'll check. I was at 140 or so. Urshifu. U-turn. Doesn't look banded. Okay. So you go into the hat here, and I think I just U-turn. It doesn't feel great to not roost, but I think I just U-turn. And this is where I really wish I had Steelix, but I don't. So now this is where I'm going to take a second to think about things, because if you Trick Room and you Psychic, do you kill Tauros? $252. Let's go with max special attack modest. Yes. Yes, you do. Do I still have to make that play, though? I believe I do. I believe I have to go Tauros here. There's the Calm Mind. Okay. But I threaten you out. Because you didn't... Are you Babiri? You're not Babiri. There's no way you're Babiri right now. No, you're leftovers. Okay. Draining Kiss is a pain, but it doesn't kill from here. So that'd be the one way that, like, you would be able to really actively threaten me. That's actually super bulky. But it doesn't kill me. And you're still in range of another Iron Head, right? Eh, maybe not, but you didn't get a Trick Room up. And if you're super weakened, that's fine. Like I said, Tauros can go down, it's okay. So we're going to Iron Head again. It might be able to Trick Room here. Oh, did we crit it? Did we crit it? We crit it. Let's go, Tauros. Kills Hatterene with Iron Head. Let's go. Oh, Tauros. That's so big. If that thing Trick Roomed, I wasn't dead, but I was in trouble. Out comes the Rillaboom. That thing's obviously going to go for a Grassy Glide at this point. He has no choice. It's Life Orbed. I have a Rocky Helmet on my Mandibuzz. If he goes Drain Punch predicting that, that shouldn't maybe 2-hit KO. It might. But Tauros, you can come back in later. Knowing that the Entei is banded, you can absolutely come back in later. Grassy Glide. It's not going to 2-hit KO. It's close. That's a crit. Okay, it's not going to 2-hit KO. You know what? He's gotten 2 crits already this game, so he can't even complain. Just because mine was more important. We're going to Roost here. That crit was absolutely huge, though. The Tauros crit mattered so much more than either of his 2 crits. But he still had 2. So... And he's landed 2... He's landed a Gunk Shot and a Stone Edge, so... Roost here allows us to actually hit the ground as well, so we basically get leftovers recovery from the grassy terrain, which is also fine. Knockoff's going to come out. That's going to take away my Rocky Helmet for the rest of the game. You're going to take Life Orb. You're going to take Rocky Helmet this time. And then I'm going to Roost and just be a pain, because now I'm really healthy and out of range of any single attack from this thing. Out of range of any single attack from the Urshi. I can Roost again, but I don't think I really want to. I think I want to just go for a U-turn here. Because I think you're going to switch. Predicting another Roost. But I'm healthy enough that I don't need another one right now. And he has kept that Vape in the back healthy, because he knows right now Blaziken just destroys him the second I bring it in. If he doesn't have Vaporeon. The problem with Vaporeon is even uninvested Scald still can OHKO my Blaziken, which sucks because +1 close combat isn't going to OHKO his Vaporeon, and he'll definitely kill me with a Scald in return. But there's the switch. So we're going to get... is that Vaporeon? Never mind. He's just going to go into it. Kyurem. Have you ever seen a happier Kyurem? I could just go Rotom as well, but doesn't seem better than Kyurem here. And I think the play is to click Dragon Pulse, not freeze dry as much as I want to click freeze dry. Or is the play to click freeze dry? I think the play might actually be to click freeze dry. He might protect to scout. There's the leftovers. This doesn't kill the Vaporeon from full. Neither does Dragon Pulse, but if you are fully physically defensive Vaporeon, Dragon Pulse is basically a 2-hit KO. Freeze Dry almost 2-hit KOs for the Entei from where it's at, but I'm just going to Dragon Pulse here. Because, again, I think you know how important this thing is for Blaziken. And I think it's fully physically defensive for Blaziken. Oh, you do stay in. I'm shocked. But again, are you fully physically defensive? You are, and that's a pretty close to 2 KO. Toxic. Okay, so now we go Rotom Wash. If you Scald, that's fine. If you Wish or Protect, I'd rather go into the Rotom Wash here. Because you are out of range of another Dragon Pulse because of the leftovers and the... and I think you Protect, then you Wish, right? So I go Rotom here, punish the Protect, have access to the Volt Switch freely against your roster, and Kyurem stays out of range of Entei's E-Speed. Because Banded E-Speed is still a way my opponent threatens me, especially with removing the Rocky Helmet. Freeze Dry would have been nice, but I don't mind. That puts the Vaporeon in threatenable range. Again, he's probably going to heal it here. But Freeze Dry would have done like 70 to 85%, which is a ton of damage. And then he couldn't have Wish Protected. He could have just Protected and then switched into the Entei. Which I, of course, would have had to make reads to play around. Instead, he can just Wish here if he wants, or Protect. But we're going to switch out. We're going to go Rotom. If he Scalds and kills the Rotom, he Scalds and kills the Rotom. Just go straight for the flip turn. Okay. Well, something's got to kill the Rotom, and I'm not going to switch it out at this point. Something's going to kill the Rotom here. I think the best play is Urshi. Yeah. I could just go Comfey here, but I think I just Volt Switch, and you're going to U-turn. It doesn't matter. I'd rather have the Switch initiative here. So Urshifu kills Rotom Wash with U-turn. And the question is, what do you go into here? Entei? I know you're banded. I know that you probably have E-Speed. So I can't just go into my... Tauros? Or I could go into Tauros to force you to be locked into E-Speed. But I think... Well, what does Tauros threaten right now? Because Urshi's Sucker Punches, Rillaboom, Grassy Glides, Entei, E-Speeds. Show me E-Speed. Show me E-Speed and lock into E-Speed. Vaporeon is chipped. You didn't actually Wish with it. So show me E-Speed. Lock yourself into it. There it is. Okay. Entei kills Tauros with Extreme Speed. So now Blaziken... E-Speed does a lot. But I think it's still my best play. Hold on, let me... Adamant E-Speed does have a role to kill even after a bulk up, but not after a protect. Okay. So that's our plan, is just click bulk up here. I think we've done what we needed, what we could do. I think you're jolly anyway. We've done everything we can do to set this up for Blaziken. And if Blaziken punches a huge hole, we still have a very healthy Kyurem. So we're out of range of E-Speed with the Kyurem, which is good. And if you are jolly, we can potentially live a Stone Edge. And there's a 20% chance we live a Stone Edge because you miss. Switches out. Okay. Goes Vape. Okay. Oh, it's so close. If you're not fully physically defensive, close combat is a roll. Is a guaranteed kill here. If you are fully physically defensive, we can live a Scald. I could click bulk up again, and then it's not a roll. But it would be a roll if you clicked Wish and then Protected. And if you Toxic, that's worst case scenario. But I think because I can live a Scald, I have to close combat. I have to close combat. This is so close to being a guaranteed kill. Okay, it was a roll even if it was fully physically defensive, which is why I figured it was the safest play. That was a crit! Oh my god. I have no idea if it mattered. I have legitimately no clue if it mattered. We're at neutral defense, +1 attack. Every one of your Mons has priority left, though. But we're not weakened. That was a crit. Again, I think it was fully physically defensive Vaporeon. And if it was fully physically defensive Vaporeon, it was a roll. Because I am adamant, max attack. And I maxed out at 77.6, and I think it was below that. So out comes the Entei again. We're back to neutral attack. Or back to neutral defense, I should say. Which means you can't kill me in one hit. And close combat guaranteed kills you. I could protect a scout what you're locking yourself into here. And if it's E-Speed, I can just bulk up again. But I don't think it... You already have a guaranteed crit later. Yeah, we're just going to CC here. There's E-Speed. It's going to do about 50%. That actually looks like adamant damage. But you're dead. So Blaziken kills Entei with close combat. And at this point, the combination of Mandy and Comfey, I think, wins the game anyway. But obviously, it'd be nice to get some Blaziken, some kills here. So Rillaboom comes in. I'm at -1 defense. Grassy Glide, how much are you doing with that? Your Life Orb. We're at -1 defense. Grassy Glide kills from here. I can protect, though. I'm going to protect here. I know this seems a little bit counterintuitive, but I get both grassy terrain and leftovers recovery from it. Swords Dances. Wow, he predicted the protect. He read my protect there. What a play. What a guy. Okay, well, I need you to take Life Orb recoil here. I should have just attacked him, apparently. Alright, I'm just going to Flare Blitz here. You're going to kill me with a Grassy Glide. Take some Life Orb chip. I'm not sure if I win this now. Does Mandy survive a +2 Grassy Glide? Well, it doesn't. Maybe. I don't know. I might have just thrown. Nah, Mandy survives. Do you have, like, Drain Punch? Drain Punch doesn't really do more. Just keeps you out of range, but I can just Whirlwind or Roost here. I'm just going to Whirlwind because you're probably going to Swords Dance again. Drain Punch. Okay. Urshi's his other mon. Don't love how much HP you just recovered. But if I can... I kind of want to click Whirlwind again. I think you're just going to kill me with a CC or something. But on the chance you don't, I think I just U-turn here. Because the amount of grassy terrain turns is also going to become relevant soon. Rock Slide. Wow, this guy lands all his attacks. I wish I could do that. Urshifu kills Mandibuzz with Rock Slide. Alright, let's go Comfey here. We haven't seen the item yet, so it very well could be Roselli Berry. But I think I just Draining Kiss anyway. Or do I Trick? No, Scarf Rillaboom kind of wins here, so I'm going to Draining Kiss. Because if I kill this thing now, the Rillaboom comes back in and it doesn't set up grassy terrain again, which means the Kyurem wins the game. I think. So if you're not Roselli Berry, you have to either bring the Rillaboom in here and take a Draining Kiss, or not get a chance to set up grassy terrain again. Man, I should just attack with the Blaziken. I just thought he'd kill me. He knew I'd think he would kill me, and he took advantage. Good play. It's a good play. This guy's a good player, I'm telling you. We don't see Roselli, and we take this thing out. Okay. So Comfey kills Urshifu with Draining Kiss. No! No. Game. Oh, you've got to be kidding. It goes away there. Well, the worst thing you can do is Swords Dance, right? Okay, this is a 50-50 if I've ever seen one in my entire life. I just have to Draining Kiss here. Enough Swords Dances and I just lose, but... Oh, we lived. Oh, never mind. We're good. We're good. I was afraid of Max Attack Adamant, but that is clearly not that. Because Max Attack Adamant, Life Orb... Oh, that's at +2. I still don't like Calc at +2. Never mind. We're good. Everything's fine. Comfey's unbelievable. Unkillable. What a mon. What a time to be alive. Comfey kills Rillaboom with Draining Kiss. Whew! My Calc still had the Rillaboom at +2, and so I thought Grassy Glide would Oko, but then Grassy Glide didn't Oko the Kyurem, so even if he killed my Comfey there, he didn't outspeed and he didn't Swords Dance, which meant that Kyurem was guaranteed to live one, even +2 Grassy Glide from the Rillaboom, outsped it, guaranteed. I had enough speed to outspeed that, and Freeze Dry was going to kill it. So I had... The win was there. I mean, I got a couple of crits. I'm not going to lie. I think those crits mattered a ton in the way that game played out. This is the second time in 3 battles, though, that I have misplayed with Blaziken. Not a good start. But hopefully we are figuring it out. It hasn't punished. Actually, the 2 games in which I misplayed with the Blaziken are the 2 games that I won. So it hasn't punished me a lot. Maybe I should keep misplaying with the Blaziken. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We are 2-1 right now in this league, trying to at least advance to playoffs. That's my only real like step 1 goal, is get to playoffs, and 2-1's a pretty good start to do it. So I will hopefully continue doing well enough in this league to remain competitive. But these battles have been super close. I think we're 2-1 and we're back to +1 as our differential. Like, all of our battles have been 1-0s or 2-0s. It has been incredibly close, incredibly competitive. I'm super excited to be a part of this league. It's just crazy and wild and super fun. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys all back here next time. Take care, everybody.